Season of the Splicer just launched, and with it came like a million new weapons, including 2 new special grenade launchers. As a grenade launcher enthusiast, I found the Ignition Code grenade launcher to be especially exciting, partially because it's now the only kinetic grenade launcher, not counting Witherhoard. At this point, our grenade launcher selection is starting to fill out. Last season there was literally 4 grenade launchers you could use, which is really pathetic, but the real reason that I was so excited about Ignition Code is its velocity. This is pretty much the highest velocity since Mountaintop, and it's in the kinetic slot just like Mountaintop. The real difference is that eventually the projectile does arc and it doesn't explode on impact like Mountaintop does. So basically this thing is what Mountaintop should have been. It's like a non-broken, actually fun version. Don't get me wrong though, I still miss PvE with Mountaintop and Recluse. Those are some of the funnest PvE weapons for me. Alright, let's check out the perks. Ignition Code has several top tier grenade launcher perks. In the first slot, you can get Ambitious Assassin, which we've seen on a couple other grenade launchers. But come on, having 2 grenades in your mag at once never gets old. But an even better perk to get in this slot is Slide Shot. Imagine never having to reload your grenade launcher ever again. I mean, that's the whole downside to a grenade launcher, is having to reload it after every single shot. So if you could just slide and you're all good, I mean, that sounds a little bit OP. I haven't been able to use it though, I'm still trying to get the roll. Field Prep and Quick Draw are also in the first column, those are decent. It also has Surplus, which depending on how powerful the reload speed buff is, it could be really good, but I haven't got to test it out. And then there's Lead from Gold, which I stay away from, and I recommend you do too, because it's not good. In the second column, however, there really aren't many good options. You basically always want Demolitionist. Vorpal Weapon's pretty good too, and Thresh, as well as Frenzy, are kind of just personal preference. I'm personally not a huge fan of either. One for All is an interesting grenade launcher perk, but given the tiny blast radius, I really doubt it's going to come in handy often enough. And then there's a new perk, Danger Zone. I assume this rolls on rocket launchers as well. It increases your blast radius when near multiple enemies. I've used this and didn't notice too much of a difference. Then again, I also just don't like perks that trigger when you're near enemies or at low health. They just seem less reliable to me. Alright, now onto the magazine. If you're going for straight up velocity, like you probably should, then I would recommend going for high velocity rounds on this. You could also do implosion rounds though, since they both add 10 points of velocity. Implosion rounds just takes away blast radius, so it's even smaller. But implosion rounds add stability, so it's up to you. I honestly think stability is pretty useless on a grenade launcher. You can also get blinding grenades, proximity grenades, spike grenades, and concussion grenades, but that's up to you. And next, for the barrel, there's a bunch of different options, but again, if you're going for velocity, go for hard launch, because it adds 15 more points of velocity. Or at least avoid confined launch and volatile launch, since they take away velocity. Well, I hope you got something out of this video. Take care.